Okay, we got our part in. We found one online. We got to take these parts here off of it. The old one, where the shaft broke, the internal part had been discontinued, so we really couldn't get it. We had to buy the whole unit, and it was like close to $600, and in some places it was over $600. So we found this unit at a reasonable price, so we purchased the whole unit. It came with the shaft and everything. Okay, I'm going to fish our part back in there. Not new, but used, but still the good part. I'm going to cover this up with a rag so it don't get full of dirt. Put it back through here, like so. And we'll hook it into the drive shaft. I got the shaft all the way back on there. I had to beat it up this way from the front to get it to go on, but I guess in the future, or for anybody else who might want to tackle this job, you might want to try and take this cover here off. I worked around it, which might have made it even harder for me to work with that drive shaft. So, you know, if I ever have to do this again, I'm going to take that off and get it out of my way and see if that might help me. Okay, we got it in. Got the old but new front differential in. I got the bolts started. I had to kind of peck it in or beat it in because of the O-ring inside of the shaft to get it over the spindle. Got it up in there. It was, I'm not going to say it was easy. Now I'm going to take and put the hose on right here. Take this old one off. Okay, that's on. Now we'll put our shafts on. That one's lined up. Now we'll do the other side. Okay, the other side's hooked up. Now we'll go ahead and put the pins in. Now I'll put the A-arm back on the bottom here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to also drain the fluid in here and replace the fluid. Okay, at this point we're going to take these two bolts out and those two bolts out of here, and we're going to put the radiator back in. Go ahead and hold your radiator up here and start your top bolts first. That way you can go ahead and come down here and mount the bottom. Okay, we tightened up our bottom bolts, then we came back up here and tightened up our top bolts. Now we'll go ahead and plug our wires back in. We should have two sets here. Once you got the radiator all bolted down, go ahead and put the hoses and the clamps on the top and bottom. Go ahead and fill it up with antifreeze just to make sure you don't have no leaks. Okay, now we'll put the cover back on. Now we'll go ahead and install the front rack. Okay, the rack's on. Now we'll go ahead and put the shield on. It goes on this side right here. Now we'll go ahead and put the lower A-arm on. Here's the A-arm we're going to put on it. Came with all of the bolts. We're going to bolt it up right here. Our A-arm's on. Now we'll go ahead and bolt up the ball joint by putting the nut and the cotter pin on. Now we'll go ahead and put our shield on. Okay, now we're going to back up. We're going to put the bumper on. The bumper's on. Now all I got to do is put the tires on and take it for a test drive. After you get your bumper all bolted down, don't forget to take your cover off right here and put your wires back together. They're right there. I'm going to leave this cover off right now and ride it a little bit so I can check the antifreeze in the radiator to make sure that it's got enough in there. Okay, we're doing a test drive, and now I've got to pull this bumper out because it dragged on the wheel. I'm using a spud bar. As you can see, get some leverage on it, and it will pull it out. Okay, I've bent the bumper back out, as you can see here. Took it for a test drive, works great. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump in there, and I'm going to grease that A-arm.